Here for me. Let's talk about it. Because if you would have came here for me, that would have been planned. You would have put me on. You ain't say, "Oh, I'm coming this day, I'm coming this day." You sit here and you tell me one thing, and you always do another. Because let me know. Let me tell you why.
What's going on, YouTube? I know what's going on. Hey, big head. Hey, auntie. Nah, what's going on? So, I know it's been a minute. Did the Arnold and everything, and it's been a minute since Arnold. Like, I posted a meet recap on Instagram, and people was like, it's been a minute. Like, it's kind of too late, but I just wanted to post that. But I'm here now. What's going on? How y'all doing? Starting us off with I was talking to Bryce Lewis about what he did for a warm-up prior to his workout, and I kind of copied it and I modified it. A lot of people don't really they don't move around first, like they don't get warm. They just go into the gym and automatically they just dive to the ground and start foam rolling. So I'm trying to make it a habit to make sure I get my body warmed up and I get moving around and everything before I just start exercising. And you'll be surprised like how much like more limber you feel when you just warm up. Like just warm up first. But so what's been going on? I hit a squat PR the following week. I hit 675. I don't know if you guys saw that. And then I also hit 585 for 6 like last Saturday. Those were both huge PRs. And then I was able to squat 650 the last Monday, and that took it out of me, and I ended up having to take a break for like an extremely long time. And so now we're back on it. We're back in the middle of the prep for a meet that I'm gonna do, because I want to do a meet between the Arnold and Nationals, because I didn't want to just train. I mean, I could have, but I feel like keeping that fitness and being able to, I feel like meet day on its own is like something you have to practice getting ready for, like from your water cut. And I just want to be able to mimic that experience as close as I can for Nationals. So when it's time to do it again, like I'm ready. But in this particular workout, I think I had, hold on, because I'm watching it right now and it's not even playing. This particular workout, I had a top set triple. Ryan gave me a range, and I ended up just going 585. Ended up being 595 because of the squat bar. But whenever I'm using a squat bar, I try not to count it. It's more like a mental thing for me. And then when I switch to using a regular bar later down in the prep, once we start peaking, everything feels a lot lighter. Everything feels easier. And so that's something I kind of do to myself to like trick my brain into being like, oh, we're working harder, and we are working harder. My back be looking horrible from the marks that the bar leaves on my back. But that moved a lot. That moved way better than I thought it was gonna move, because my last set was 495 pause, and I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna front. When I racked it, I was like, I was like conceited. I was like, I don't know if this joint gonna work, but ended up moving pretty well. Back downs were 2x4 with what I thought was 505. Because when I got under it, I was like, man, 505 pretty heavy tonight. But it ended up being, I misloaded it, so it ended up being like 535. And I was like, golly, now I know why this joint was so heavy. But workout went better than I expected. And then I had I had a bunch of accessories. Today wasn't really a super hard day. Something I did want to get on though is accessories. Like, do your accessories in the early stages of your training block, or if you're getting ready for a meet. There's a lot of volume, whether it be from frequency of doing a lift throughout the whole entire block, or the amount of volume you're doing in accessories in combination with your actual big three movements. And one thing I've noticed is that if you're really hitting your accessories hard, you'll notice that your actual big three movements will start to like decrease a little bit. They'll take like a little hit, but you shouldn't be alarmed, because your accessories are not only to make you bigger and stronger, help you build some muscle, but also to help you build more muscle for the following block. So your strength block leading into your peaking. So think about it as it's getting ready for you. It's getting you ready for the next cycle. And you'll also notice that you can't really push it as hard, and you shouldn't expect to. Like, if you got a high frequency on anything, if you're like doing something multiple times a week, don't expect to like hit the top range. Like if your coach gives you a range on RPE, don't expect to hit that top range because of all the volume you're getting throughout the week from that lift. So if you're benching 3 times a week and you're like, man, I got a 7, 385 is normally a 7, and you hit 370, like Drew, for example, like he's benching 3 times a week, my client. Hey, shout out to Drew. If you're he's benching 3 times a week and he wanted 385, but he's benching 3 times a week, so he hit 370. It's like, that's not a bad thing. Like you're hitting like, you're hitting a lot of volume, and 2, for you to still hit that, it's pretty high with everything that we're doing, including accessories. So take the lower end, and one thing I'm gonna start doing is taking the lower end, especially since I want to really hit these accessories hard and grow and get bigger. And like I said, accessories also help you from like not getting injured, helping those smaller muscle groups that don't normally get worked when you're doing the big 3 like that. So for preventative measures and all that good stuff. But I think that's all I wanted to touch on. I think that's all I wanted to talk about. I think that's all I had to talk about. Hopefully I can get into the swing of things, because it kind of gets to that point where it's like, I'll make a video and you might never hear from me for like 3 years unless you follow me on Instagram. But I promise you, I'm gonna try to keep like doing this vloggy training diary, do that, because I kind of want to see this joint too, and I want to have a reference to go back to and be like, oh, okay, this is how I felt, this is what's going on. And I guess I'll make this the first episode of the Press On series. And when I say press on, it's just like keep going forward anyway, man. Like there's just a lot of people like give up too easily, and I used to be the one to give up super duper easily, and my mom would like get on me for that. And when I say press on, it just means like no matter what, go anyways. Like you might not feel the best, or you might not feel the smartest, or you might not feel like you look the best, or whatever the case may be. It's just to go anyway and just give it your best effort, because a lot of times you'll get a lot out of something once you put effort in. So this is episode 1, and hopefully we got a lot more episodes to come behind this. So follow me on Instagram and YouTube and subscribe and all that good stuff, and I'm gonna see y'all later.